Oh my god, you can actually hear the batteries being swapped, and this whole thing is automated. Probably one of the most high-tech and best looking cars in China. I can see that it is driverless inside. Look at how neatly parked this automatic parking assistant is. It is very fun to drive. Going through the curves, it has very good control. I am gonna turn on the autopilot. So this car is able to know exactly which lane to take. This is all automatic. Hey guys, welcome back to Chinese Car Guy. This is a NIO ET5. Let's start off with the front. The front is extremely handsome. The headlight is dashing, similar to the latest Tesla Model 3. You will notice that there is a hole here which allows the wind to pass through, improving the aerodynamic efficiency of the car. It has the beautiful NIO logo over here, and there are 3 LiDAR systems on the top. The biggest one in the middle does look like a taxi sign. If you take a look around the car, you will realize that there are a lot of cameras. That is because it is to support the NIO NOP Plus system, essentially allowing the car to be able to drive itself. This car also doesn't have a front storage. It has a very big NIO logo at the front. Over here, you will see that this car is quite long. It is also very aerodynamic. It looks beautiful. From the front, it has quite a long bonnet, and then it has a beautiful streamlined curve all the way till the end. And here you can see the signature ducktail at the back that acts as a spoiler. This car has the hidden door handles. It has soft door closings for all 4 doors. So to close the door, you put it like this and it will automatically lock. Very luxurious. We have the normal traditional side mirror. We have 1 camera over here and 1 camera over here for the blind spot. Here you have the NFC. You will be able to use your phone to act as the key to unlock. Here we have the charging port. I've actually haven't figured out how to open this manually. Hi Nomi, 打开充电口. No manual labor needed. And you click this button over here and it will close automatically. Normally in China, for the electric cars, there are 2 charging ports, 1 for the fast charging and 1 for the slow charging. But for this car, there's only fast charging because usually for NIO, people go for the battery swap and it is way easier. This is one of the thousands of NIO battery changing stations that is scattered all around China. It is able to change batteries for NIO cars from 0 to 100% within just 3 minutes. I'm gonna show you how it actually works. So I am gonna drive to this spot over here. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, check this out. Okay, it's asking me to release my brakes. Woo! Oh my god. Okay, this is wow. The entire thing is by itself. This is insane. Okay, you can see the battery swap over here. Oh. Alright, so start. You can actually hear the batteries being swapped. It's like somebody is doing surgery on you. And this whole thing is automated. Wow, this is incredible. Before we continue, just a quick shout out to my sponsors for this video, which is you. You have been sponsoring my videos by clicking the like and subscribe button. Because of your support, it gives me motivation to continue reviewing Chinese cars. So thank you for the 95 subscribers who have supported me through this journey. For those of you who have not, make sure you smash that like button right now and subscribe. Now let's move on to the rear. The rear is stunning. Look at this duck lips, and this acts as a spoiler and it just looks incredible. So the backlight over here is brilliant. It's a 1-liner LED light that is extremely minimalistic and sleek looking. We have a camera that helps with, again, the NOP Plus function of NIO. You have the Chinese name for NIO, 未来. This car also have another model called ET5T that is the estate version. Very sporty, and it has more storage space. To open up the boot, we click a button over here and it will automatically open. As you can see, the space is quite large.
Look at the size of that trunk. You could put 3 bodies in there.
At the bottom, there is also additional storage, but that is pretty much reserved for emergency stuff. To close the boot, you click this button and it will automatically close. Now let us have a look at the interior. The interior is amazing. This is a creamy white color. You will notice that the interior is extremely minimalistic. We have the steering wheel. It is not completely round. The top and the bottom is slightly flat. It is very good to hold. The steering is very smooth. You have very simplistic buttons over here. I love this. You know, there are a lot of cars now, either they are too minimalistic or they have too many buttons. I think this car balanced it quite well. Here you have all the features for the NOP Plus, the Autopilot for NIO. And here you have all the buttons available for menu functions. But for this car, it has very strong voice command system that is supported by GPT. So in actual practice, you don't have to rely on the buttons too much. Hi Nomi, 打开主驾车窗。Hi Nomi, 135乘以1497等于多少？135乘以1497等于202095。Wow. Here you have the sensors. Here we have the display. We don't have the heads-up display, but this display is sufficient enough to tell me all the information needed. So that's great. This is usually where the Nomi will sit. Nomi is gonna be an additional cost. It looks cute, but the voice command itself is called Nomi. So with or without that cute little character, it doesn't make too much of a difference. This is the center screen. It is very responsive. I really like this gear shifter. To put it in drive, you have to first press the brake pedal and then you toggle it like this. It feels very good to toggle it. And to put it into park, you use your thumb and you press it. Now, these three buttons are great. They are really useful and pretty much the most useful buttons that you need. First, we have the driving mode. We can toggle with sports mode, sports plus. Here we have the hazard light. Here we have the lock and unlock button for the car. This is the wireless charging, very useful. And here we have two cup holders. Bottom, we have an open air storage. We have bottle holders over here. You can put 3 bottles of water over here, so that's quite good. Now here we have an additional storage. It's interesting because I can open it from a driver's seat like this or passenger seat. So you can open it like this. At any point, it will only open one side. The storage capacity is also quite good. We have a USB and USB-C. I can leave the cable dangling out. So now I can continue to charge whatever I need to charge. We have the rear mirror and also a camera. A downside for this car is that it doesn't have a sunglasses compartment. So there's nowhere that I can efficiently keep my sunglasses apart from here. We have the usual mirror to check yourself out. I'm gonna quickly talk about the position because when I am in a driving position, this is my view. There's a huge chunk over here that is being blocked. And there's no way to lower my position down so that I can see more of the top part. Secondly, is that the rear mirror, if you look closely, I can only see the top part. There's a huge chunk of the back that I can't see. So my view at the back is very limited. And also, so as I'm driving, you will notice that a huge chunk of this part is blocked. Now, don't mind my security camera over there. Even with that removed, huge chunk is blocked by this. This is how I look when I'm driving. I literally have to bend down so that I can see that way and see this way. I look like someone who just stole the car if I constantly drive like this. This is the passenger seat. And as you can see, it is also very minimalistic. One downside is that there's also no glove boxes over here. Another thing that is really annoying is this car doesn't have physical air vents. And this is extremely hard to control. With the base model, you have the seat heating, but not the seat cooling. So now let's move on to the back seats. Unfortunately, I would say that the back seat isn't the most comfortable to seat. Firstly, the headroom is not great. Although there's a sunroof, but this panel over here really blocks my head. So I have to slide down slightly to feel that it is not budging my head. The knee room and leg space is okay. Now, I have to say one of the biggest failures of this car is actually this sunroof over here. When it is sunny, there is virtually no UV protection at all. The sun will shine down on you just like you are at outdoors. Here you have the speaker hook hanger. and lights. But there's also a hook hanger over there. Here we have the armrests. To have the cup holder, we press here and it will pop out. You have your usual ISOFIX. Here we have a USB-C. All right, now let's try to test out the auto parking system. Hi, Nomi.
我在。
我要停车。
好的，可以停车，在屏幕上选择车位了。
I'm gonna choose this parking slot over here. It writes, please release the brakes and also my hands on the wheels to start parking. So I'm gonna release now. 3, 2, 1.
注意观察环境，我开始泊车了。
So now it is beginning the entire thing on its own. Wow. This is incredible. This is incredible. Very confident in the parking.
停好了，交给你了。
And once it's done, it will automatically be put into park. Now let's try parallel parking.
注意观察环境，我开始泊车了。
Wow. Everything's automatic. And it also has a very clear pathway on how it's going to reverse. Look at this.
我停好了。
Look at how neat this is. If you have OCD, you should get this car. Now I'm gonna try to have the car park itself. Let's see if it works. 长按启动. Okay, I gotta hold it. Wow. I can see that it is driverless inside. Wow, this is insane. So let's say this car is in a really tight spot. To have the car come out, you hold it and it is supposedly gonna move. See, there's no driver inside. It's just moving. And stop, I will just click the back button and it's gonna move backwards. So if you want to parallel park, it is gonna be the same thing. All right, let's start. So it is automatically parking in. Very smooth. Extremely smooth. Wow. Check this out. Now let's go for a drive. So the driving experience for this car for the drivers is amazing because it is very fun to drive. It is very dynamic. Going through the curves, it has very good control. The steering wheel is also very smooth. One downside for this car is that it is actually very bumpy. The suspension is not great at all. So when I'm going on the highway or I'm going on uneven grounds like the mountainous roads, it is pretty much like a trampoline. So going for the Sports Plus, it is very responsive. With every turn and every angle, it is able to handle it very well. I feel that this car is quite low to the ground as well. The brakes are very smooth, but this car accelerates fast. All right, so now I am gonna go to the highway and turn on the NOP Plus, which is the Navigation on Pilot Plus. To turn it on, I click this button. I have to keep my hands on the steering wheel at all times. This is a China regulation actually. So this car is able to know exactly which lane to take, and it will make its own signaling changes. So this is a sharp turn, but this is all automatic. It has LiDAR system to tell. Alright. And this is a little too fast. Oof. Okay, now officially the highway. So it automatically senses that there are lorries in front and it is better to use this lane, and it is able to signal left by itself and overtake. Now of course, when I'm driving, if I want to ask the car to turn to the other lane, that's also possible. I can just make a signal and it will be able to change the lane. Okay, this is a sharp turn. So now it knows that it's going to turn right. It's going to change to that split lane over
即
there.
将进入匝道，要注意路况。
It automatically reduce the speed, turn on the turn signal, and go to this lane. Let's see. Currently we're going this direction. Okay. So I don't know why, but the speed limit is 40, but it was going 70. So I have to manually reduce it to 50 now.
即将变道，避开前方汇流区域。
That's a smart move. So apparently NIO have had all the roads in whole of China memorized to enable NOP Plus to work its best. Currently I'm using NOP Plus for the interstate highway and also some highways within the city. But in order for me to use the NOP Plus within a city like Shanghai as well, I will have to pass through a number of tests and fulfill a minimum requirement before I can actually use it. And I think it is quite a good call. This is also able to drive all the way to a battery swap station on its own, and out of the battery swap station back to the highway. That is insane. So what do you think? Will you buy this car? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe for more videos like this. I want to thank the 95 subscribers that I have, and we are very close to 100 subscribers. So I just want to say a huge thank you for your support. Thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.